Shh. We're live. Why are you laughing? We are Christian Gaming Television, and yeah, we're here.
Is that how you're going to jump into this?
Yeah, that's how we're gonna jump into it.
Hey,
I'm Kyle Clifton, by the way.
I don't want to tell you my real name.
That's Rhett Leroy. And so, yeah, we're live, and you're probably wondering who we are. We are Christian Gaming Television, and we are here to bring you a new Twitch TV channel, which is focused on gaming, news, and Christian theology. We are here to bring you gaming news and gospel truth.
And Boise State football.
Yeah, apparently. Sponsored by Boise State. Let's see. What? Let's see. What's on the agenda today? We talked about who we are. We are Christian Gaming Television. So, our goals for this channel are to provide you awesome gameplay.
Decently average gameplay.
Debatable. We played Counter-Strike yesterday, and I'm completely terrible. Got cussed out by a British guy who apparently thought I was useless.
I thought it was German.
He's British. We'll just offend all the European people to never watch this stream. So yeah, we're gonna bring you an interactive community that will hopefully you will find a home with. We're planning to have regular devotions at the end of our streams, and hopefully eventually prayer requests. We don't know. What else are we doing?
We're going to do more vlogs like this. We're trying to do on a weekly basis.
Basis.
Yeah, basis. I like that word.
I like basis.
Either Fridays or Saturdays like today. And who knows, maybe a 24-hour charity stream or something.
Yeah. 24-hour charity stream.
That'd be all kind of, I can't stay up that late.
You stay up till 1 every day.
Yeah, 1. It's not
So-
24 hours.
Yeah, that might happen in the summer, let's see. So, let's get on to the news. Where GDC was happening this week, which is the Game Developers Conference in Cologne, Germany. And this year, they awarded Shadow of Mordor as Game of the Year. Brett, you've had a chance to play through that game. How did you like it?
Shadow of Mordor is honestly the best Lord of the Rings video game since Battle of Middle-earth 1. That's sad. We should go buy it.
I think my
But-
fiance played that
Oh, she ran away.
one. She did run away.
Anyway, a lot of Lord of the Rings game up to now sucked a lot. They have War of the North that sucked,
Yeah.
in my opinion. Battle of Middle Tooth sucked, in my opinion.
What about the little Battlefront ripoff
That's pretty bad too.
that was pretty bad.
I bought them all
I played that one.
just for the hope that they'd be good, because I really like Lord of the Rings, but
What about War in the North? I heard that was terrible.
it was But Shadows is, I thought, a really good story. It was like Assassin's Creed, the combat,
Yeah, I played a little bit.
but not. It wasn't an exact copy. I really like the way that you take control and build up your own army of orcs through your power as the Wraith. I thought that was very interesting. And I'm really looking forward to the DLC coming out. I'm probably going to buy that.
What is the DLC? I haven't looked at it. Isn't it already out? I thought the first DLC already came out.
The first DLC was more hunting with... It was okay. Like, there's a dwarf in the game who teaches you some skills, helping you along the main quest, but I didn't really like that part. I thought it was kind of stupid, but...
Do you get to slap Sauron in the face?
You get to stab him.
Oh, that's nice.
And the DLC supposedly, you're supposed to fight him. You're supposed to be the elf wraith that's connected to your character.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
A lot more in that one.
Yeah. Who knows, man? It's not a big game history, because I still haven't played through it, and I got it. So. Moving on. Rock Band 4 is announced. Everyone's favorite party game.
No, everyone's favorite party game is Guitar Hero.
Guitar Hero wasn't as good, but
So much better.
just admit it. Rock Band was the first one to give you the full band experience. And I mean, who doesn't want thousands of tracks to download? It's like your own personal, like, iTunes. It's great. Guitar Hero doesn't have that.
You can buy tracks online.
You get guitar battles with the devil. You're worshipping Satan.
Okay. That's how we're going to start this.
Just kidding.
That was a good song. Guitar Hero 3 was like the best Guitar Hero.
No.
Yeah.
Guitar Hero 2 is the best.
You get through the Fire and the Flames
Through
at
the
the
Fire
end
and
of
the
the
Flames was
game,
good,
which was
but
the
still.
hardest song.
Rock Band 4...
Stunk.
It's not even out yet. Rock Band 4 has been announced, as well as there is a new Guitar Hero coming. It made minor news this week, but Activision did come out and say that they are producing a new Guitar Hero.
I wonder when they're coming out. Because I thought this whole fad,
Yeah, I thought it died.
and that's why they left.
Well, the developers for Rock Band, they came out and said that it was time, that it needed a break because it got so saturated.
Yeah.
And they're taking the aim away from actually teaching people how to play instruments to just keeping it basic to the fun party type gameplay that made it popular to begin with.
When did it ever teach anyone?
Well, they tried to with the third one. They kept trying to incorporate pro mode, and that led to like games like Rocksmith and other games that actually try to teach you how to play stuff. So, you've lost our document. There you go. Click on the word. You just ruined everything.
Let's see if we have any viewers.
We
don't.
No, we don't have any viewers. Oh well. Moving on. No Man's Sky. This is a game that I'm really looking forward to. It's a new indie game. And who was the what they make the first time? I've totally blanked on what they made.
You'd have to say the developer still.
Yeah, that's true. But the developer of No Man's Sky, they came out at GDC and discussed how their universe is so expansive that they haven't even been able to explore all of it and make sure that everything is intact. So they've had to make like little AIs that go around and make sure everything is intact. And, I mean, they've been talking about how huge this universe is for about a year now, and just hearing more details about it just makes me more excited to play the game. Kind of like, I don't know, I watched Interstellar last night, so it's going to be like your own little personal adventure into the frontier, the final frontier. You know.
Star Wars is cool.
No, live long and prosper, my friend. Leonard Nimoy tribute.
Right, okay. R.I.P.
R.I.P.
Steam Machine.
Yes, Steam. Everyone, the oracle of gaming, Gabe Newell, and his company Valve, made huge headlines this week as they announced the new Steam VR unit called the HTC Vive. It's going to go up in a competition against Oculus Rift and Project Morpheus hopefully next year. Although we know how, with the announcement of Steam Machines, they announced it for 2014. So most likely we won't get to Steam VR until 2017.
Yeah.
But it sounds pretty awesome. It's got specs that rival Oculus Rift. And instead of focusing on yourself right in front of your computer desk, and like just standing or sitting. They're giving you two units that allow you to move around in a 15 by 15 room. So they're going big or go home with the VR unit.
Love the controller, man.
Yeah, the Steam controller looks interesting. I've heard some like impressions that it's not for console people at all.
Oh.
If you're used to a keyboard, it's meant for you. And so, I don't know, it's going to be an interesting concept. It might bring console people to be able to use the mouse and keyboard type setup, or it'll bring mouse and keyboard people down to like a console level. But I don't know. As far as like PC gamers go, they're usually pretty strict on their mouse and keyboard setup.
It looks like a strange mix. Just with the touchpad like mouse thing.
It looks interesting.
And then I don't know why, but they switched the button order. So everyone who's used to like ABX being or triangle circle X being some certain order, it's all switched around. So that's gonna be something to get used to.
I think the whole thing will be interesting these two, because there's also two paddles on the back that work as buttons that you can use as combinations for like shift and whatever.
Yeah.
So me too. I'll try it. I don't even care if I hate it. I just want to try it because it looks so weird. They also announced Steam machines. Well, they haven't announced them, but they just allowed more details to come out. They put some specs up, as well as made a whole Steam store for Steam machines. The best one so far, or at least looks for like console budget, looks like the new Asus Steam machine. It's got a i5 to an i7 processor with a 9 series GeForce GTX. So that, if I ever get one, I'll probably do the Asus. But I probably won't, because PS4 satisfies my needs for now. So in a couple of years, when the PS4 starts getting older and Steam machines start getting better, I might invest in one.
I don't think that day will ever come.
But I think so. Steam machines are going to pull console gamers into the PC market. I think it'll be a good like stepping stone for them to get into PC building. Because I know from my own self, PC building is an intimidating concept. Because I don't want to screw anything up. Because it's freaking expensive. So I don't know. I think it's a great concept to pull people into PC gaming, because PC gaming is superior.
Yeah,
I mean, PS4 and Xbox
PC
One.
Master Race.
Definitely PC Master Race. PS4 and Xbox One are great by their own means. But you can't get the quality of a PC on a console.
I just feel like Microsoft and Sony and Nintendo, the big name console makers,
It'll carry.
are going to try and kill it.
But they haven't tried it yet.
Big. Well, not even close.
Steam's huge.
Not compared to the...
There's no online subscription.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I think Microsoft and Sony will be hurt by it. Nintendo will be fine because it's Nintendo. Everyone loves Nintendo. Whether you're a PC gamer, PS4 fanboy, or Xbox One fanboy, you still love Nintendo. It doesn't matter. They'll survive. Another announcement made this week was by Metal Gear Solid. Metal Gear Solid 5 is releasing September 1st, as well as Mad Max September 1st. So we've got two pretty big games. One definitely bigger than the other. I mean, let's face it, the Metal Gear Solid series is massive and has a huge fan base. Personally, I haven't played any others other than Ground Zero.
You stuck at that.
I did suck at it, but it was fun.
That was entertaining to watch. You did not sneak at all.
I didn't, but it was entertaining to play, and so I will definitely be getting Metal Gear Solid 5 and enjoying the crap out of it.
I want to get Metal Gear Solid 5.
Yeah, 3. Yeah, exactly. You don't have PS4.
It's coming out.
True. And then Mad Max, Game Informer announced that as the cover game for the latest issue. And the interesting concept about Mad Max is that, of course, it's in that universe, which, let's face it, pretty awesome movies. And I don't know what to think about the remake, though. But the interesting concept is that it's focused on survival, and there's no borders to the map. It's an open-world game. And what they announced is that there's soft borders, and that once you go out of the hard borders of the map, surviving is much harder but there's a greater risk of finding better resources. So I thought that was an interesting concept. I haven't seen any gameplay of it, just, the typical screenshots and whatever. So I'm looking forward to whenever they release a trailer for that game. Another game made some news is Star Citizen. Star Citizen is getting bigger and better constantly as they keep getting crowdfunded. They have officially announced that they won't be doing any more stretch goals because they've run out of ideas. They've run out of goals because they've been so overfunded. And so...
Must be nice.
Yeah, it would be nice. Everyone wants to be overfunded. But honestly, this game looks incredible. It's got great graphics. It looks like it's got great dogfighting mechanics for space combat. First-person shooting looks like it's just not, right on. So, I mean, this game has a lot of hype around it, and it's going to be really depressing if it fails. But there's a lot of people with their hands on it already, and from what I've heard, it's pretty freaking awesome. So, keep Star Citizen on your radar if you're a PC gamer, and hopefully your PC can keep up with it. Because I don't know if they've come out with the requirements yet. So
it's online, so I'll maybe that.
Yeah, it shouldn't be too bad, but
still,
it's pretty so far. So previews. Bloodborne had a trailer that I was pretty excited about.
No. See, I don't play Dark Souls. It makes me infuriating.
I played the first Dark Souls. There was some rage though.
So I wasn't a big fan at first when Cal told me about Bloodborne, but watching the trailer, it looks epic.
It looks good. It's good. I mean, it's made by From Software, and it's pretty much it's not a sequel, but it's made by the same people that made Demon Souls, which
is the harder version.
Version of Dark Souls. And Dark Souls is incredibly hard and frustrating and full of rage and controller throwing moments. So I can only imagine how Bloodborne's going to be. Hopefully, we're aiming to get our hands on that later this month. Whether it's through our friend Aaron or through GameFly, we're not sure. But our goal is to play every top game that comes out. So be looking forward to that game on the stream later on this month. Metal Gear Solid 5 again. They released their their Metal Gear Online trailer, which looks pretty sick. It showed. I mean, we could watch it right now.
We could just link all these.
We could. We'll just link it in the everything that we do
on Facebook.
Yeah, on the Facebook page. We'll just link it there. And then Firewatch. The Firewatch is pretty much, besides Valve, has been making a lot of headlines at GDCs. GDC's pretty much over now. Everyone's focusing on PAX East now. But Firewatch, what it is, an indie game as a wilderness, like a wilderness ranger in Wyoming, and it looes pretty interesting. You're by yourself, you're out in the wilderness, and you have conversations with another ranger who is a lady. I forget her name, what they said. But you can kind of contort your relationship with each other depending on the conversation topics you choose and your responses. And apparently there's something strange going on in the wilderness, but no one really knows what's going on yet, what this overarching story is about, other than you're on your own in the wilderness, and all you've got is your walkie-talkie and this lady on the other side that you can talk to.
Sounds like a creepy cowboy dating simulator in the forest.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay then.
Sounds like your life. Just a little bit. There you go. Thank you, one person, for loving us.
You didn't do this already?
No.
Nice.
So that could be the contributing factor. Yeah, that too. Alright, so I think there was some League of Legends news.
Yeah. I don't know. I love League of Legends.
I don't.
I'm not asked you, Kyle. Not just playing the game, I really like watching the pro tournament scene. Whether it's my favorite two, obviously, are European and United States LCS, because they show at reasonable times, while the Korean and Chinese leagues are usually starting at like 1 or midnight and then going to like 5, so it's hard to watch those being a student. But upcoming tournament is IEM Katowice.
Where is that?
Katowice is in Poland, I'm pretty sure.
Poland.
No one quote me on that because I'm going to be wrong probably. But we're going to Poland.
I didn't know Poland was big enough to have a league tournament.
Poland's huge.
Well, I know it's huge, but I didn't know, like, I know of, like, one Poland game developer, and that's Project CD. Is that it?
Yeah.
Whoever's making The Witcher. I think it's Project CD. I think that's the name. It's not Project Red, it's Project CD. Don't quote me on that either. I might be wrong.
This show's going downhill fast. Anyway, so the lineup for IEM Katowice is we have Team Solo Mid and Cloud9 from the US. We have SK Gaming and Gambit Gaming from Europe. We have the GE Tigers and CJ Entus from Korea, the Master Race League. It's true. They win all the tournaments. It's true. And then we have Team WE from China, and then Team Flash Wolves from Taiwan, which is a lesser series, and they're probably going to crush, to be honest. But the expected favorite of this tournament is pretty sure the GE Tigers, because they're number 1 in Korea right now, and from other analysts of League, they're really trying hard not to lose the game to any of the Western teams. They usually don't. We usually get our butts kicked. If you watched any past Worlds or anything. But
didn't one of the key players, like one of your key players, get benched earlier? That was a couple weeks ago. Some Korean guy. I know that sounded bad, but he get benched.
I have literally no idea what you're talking about.
We were in class the other day, and you were looking at an article.
Oh, yes. He's talking about Team Liquid, formerly known as Curse, benching Piglet, who used to play for SKT1 with Faker, who's now on Team Liquid, getting benched for Keith McBreeze, just because he's not really making the transition well to America, and
well, I heard a lot of it was like the role.
Synergize with the team.
Yeah. And I heard or at least the article focused on like the role they were putting in.
Yeah. It's hard coming in with a new team, especially with foreign players. But a lot of teams are doing it now. We have a lot of the Korean players going to China, the after Worlds, because China offers the highest salary compared drastically larger than Korean teams could offer.
Yep.
And lesser Koreans, no offense, but usually the ones that aren't as good went to America and Europe and joined a couple of the top teams.
Let's talk about esports, because esports, it's pretty huge. Counter-Strike has been kind of under fire lately with all the betting and the match fixings. But personally, I mean, I think esports is good for the gaming community. I mean, we've got pro gamers. That's incredible for, I mean, our hobby, our passion. It's pretty awesome that you can be good enough at a game to make a salary on it and compete for, I mean, competition gaming. It's so fun. I mean, the wasn't Phil Spencer, that's Xbox. But the president of ESPN this summer, he announced that gaming is, like, professional gaming is a competition, not a pro sport. Yet they aired the, what was it, the Dota 2 championships over the summer?
They aired.
And, I mean, Counter-Strike and League are part of, well, not League, but League's not on it yet, but Counter-Strike and Call of Duty are at the X Games now. So, it's hard to. I mean, I personally disagree. The game, like professional gaming, is just a competition because there's a whole team aspect of the gaming. You can look at the rules of sports, and gaming applies to every aspect of it. And I don't know. I think it's a sport. That's my spiel on it. It's not a competition.
I mean, U.S. recognize them.
Yeah, I mean, the United States recognize them as professional athletes, which is pretty cool. Yet the worldwide leader of sports does not. So. I don't know. I think there's a day coming where eventually they will recognize it. Will they show it? Probably not, unless we get ESPN the Ocho. But
nah,
we'll see.
Get on that ESPN3 live streaming.
Yeah, I don't know. Twitch is so huge that
they wouldn't want to give that up.
No, it can carry the load of esports. Plus, Twitch is awesome. I mean, look, we're on it. Look. Okay, so
you just killed Twitch.
Just killed Twitch. Broke the internet, Twitch.
All the momentum. That's how great it was, and you brought us into it. Like,
all that great momentum. All right. So Smite is coming to consoles. I know that has an opinion on that. I do too.
I thought it was strange.
I think it's weird too.
Because Smite was actually growing in popularity a lot, up to the Dota and the League level almost. They have their own tournaments. A lot of the pro teams like Dig have a team for Smite. And I thought it was, I don't know if to say like almost like a cop-out, or maybe it's the smartest thing to do to immediately branch out. It's somewhere in between. But it just seemed like they were, I don't know if they're going to leave the PC scene and just do these tournaments for console games or what. I didn't read into it as much as I should have probably. But I just think the implications are strange.
I think that they're really just trying to get a larger fan base because, I mean, League and Dota are huge. Heroes of the Storm is gaining momentum. It's still in beta. But, I mean, it's hard to break into a MOBA when you have such a die-hard fan base with League of Legends and Dota right now. When you talk to either of those fan bases, and hardly any of them will even open their minds to any other MOBA. So, I think it's more them trying to reach a broader audience. And, again, I think it's Windows, I mean, it's Microsoft trying to show that their Xbox One can compete with PC gaming. I mean, they're clearly trying to integrate Windows with everything that they do now, since Xbox One is going to have a Windows 10 interface. So I think they're just trying to integrate Xbox One and the PC more. Will we see other MOBAs come to it? I don't know. It depends on the success of Smite, and it depends on, well, I mean, we all know Valve's not going to bring Dota to Microsoft. Of course not. We're not going to see League on Xbox anytime soon, but I mean, you might see smaller. I mean, because there's people out there that only play console games. They're like, they might watch Twitch and they see these huge games like MOBAs getting streamed, and they want to get into it. And now they have an opportunity. I don't know if it'll ever take off because
this is either gonna really increase Smite's popularity, which is a pretty good game, 3D based on Myth of the Gods.
Yeah.
Or it's gonna I think, drag it into the ground. I think they should have just that with PC
personally. I don't know how the controller is gonna work. I mean, I guess it could, but
just I don't know.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting. And ports to PC, Fable Anniversary. That's
just read the script. Yeah.
Well,
that was just like an example.
Well, yeah, but we can also talk about Fable Legends and how that's actually cross-platform.
No, let's not talk about that.
I think it looks interesting. It's got an I mean, clearly they've given up on the whole story of Fable as far as since they ran Fable 3 into the ground.
Yeah, that's stunk.
But I think it's an interesting concept of having four. Is it four? I think it's 4 or 3 heroes against one villain, and the villain gets to kind of control the landscape. I will play it just because it sounds interesting, and I do like the Fable universe. I hated Fable 3.
Everyone hated it.
But I think it's got an opportunity to do well for itself. I don't think it'll further the Fable universe at all, but this is like the first venture in which Xbox One players can play with PC gamers, and
That's awesome.
yeah, that's awesome. I mean, the gaming universe has been kind of crying out for that since like the PS2 and original Xbox were out. So maybe we're heading into that direction where we're more connected, or we'll see if this just flounders and fails because it's Fable and we're not sure if this one's going to be any good or not. So.
Anyway, with the whole Smite going to console thing, we kind of want to look at the reverse with console games porting to PC. Generally, this has been a poor trend with a lot of them
Aaron, you're always hurt.
having really wonky controllers. If anyone played the Fable Anniversary when it first came to the computer, if you didn't have a controller, you were kind of screwed because the mouse, keyboard controls were so terrible. I literally couldn't play the game, I thought, at least. And I said, well, I was wasting $40. I'm just going to have to wait till they update it. Which they eventually did about we played it, which was nice. But there's like no successful ports right away that were actually good.
Not even.
Like
I haven't. Honestly, I can't think of one. Well, Dark Souls 2 did good.
Dark Souls 2 came out for PC too. Dark Souls 1, which they ported it, you need a controller to play that game. You cannot use the keyboard mouse. Which personally I like, just because I'm used to it on the computer.
But Dark Souls 2 had success recently.
Yeah, Dark Souls 2 is good.
I'm getting more iffy about Grand Theft Auto 5 because they keep delaying it.
Okay, if anyone's played the Grand Theft Auto 4 port, don't buy it. It's such a waste of money. It's terrible controls.
It's terrible. Stick to the consoles.
Yeah.
But, Grand Theft Auto 5, I don't know. I mean...
If they get the controls, so I'll buy it, but otherwise...
Graphically, it's impressive, but as far as anything else, who knows? What else is getting ported? I don't... We're pretty...
Nothing major.
Nothing major. Everything's basically interconnected now to where PC gaming is up there to where major developers make the game for PC anyway.
Which is funny, because when we had the Diablo to PlayStation, that one's smooth, that was great.
Yeah, that was a great port.
Why is it that you have these ports to the console from PC that work so well?
I think it's because,
then just reverse.
You could almost bring up the PC Master Race thing. I mean, it's too complex to make it for a PC because it's got better graphics, better GPU.
Too much money.
Yeah.
Too much money to do so. Conductive.
And then bringing it to a console, you're kind of, I hate to say it, but dumbing it down to basic controllers and lower graphic standards. So you just gotta make it smooth on a controller. So, I don't know, but PS4 does allow you to use a keyboard and mouse if you want to. But no one does that. Because the DualShock... Yeah, that would be weird. Plus the DualShock 4 is pretty great control.
When did Bill Clinton show up?
Am I Bill Clinton?
That's a lot of references I'm not getting. I think I'm too young for you.
I think I'm too young for you too. What about PAX East? That started up this week. I know... Actually, I don't know much about it because I haven't really been keeping up with it because it started yesterday.
I was reading a GDC article the day saying, with the PAX East startup, a lot of people are leaving. Don't worry, us hard few are here still.
The ones that don't matter are still keeping on. I'm pretty sure my computer froze. Alright, computer difficulties. We're still streaming. What has happened at PAX East? I know there was an announcement. But I haven't really looked at it. And my phone's being stupid too, so.
I don't know. I haven't been paying attention to
PAX
East
East,
at
there we
all.
go. Oh, fun announcement. Witcher 3 just announced this. Or, well, they just showed a 7-minute gameplay video. I just saw that headline. That's brand new. That was 5 minutes ago. Oh yeah, Hearthstone's new adventure pack is coming out. What is it called? Black Rock Mountains. They announced their new adventure, which I like.
He likes Hearthstone.
I mean,
I hate Hearthstone.
it's addicting in a way.
It's aggravating.
Red thinks it's pay to play, but
It is pay to play.
it's a card game.
If I don't buy a deck, I'm gonna get destroyed
Exactly.
every time.
The same concept in Magicka. You don't just start with the starter deck and stay with it.
I mean, and I beat Joe with that deck one time. So if you're watching this, Joe, you know it's true.
Joe was probably using one of his crappy decks.
Doesn't have any.
Oh yeah, we also got. That's what I was trying to think of. Just Cause 3 showed some more images. They still haven't shown a trailer because they're being jerks about it, and they know everyone wants to see a trailer.
They want to
Just 'Cause.
polish it before they show it.
Everyone says that, so that either means it looks like crap right now and has terrible frame rate, or it's just not ready. So we'll probably see that at E3, depending on if they're gonna still be jerks. And yeah, so since PAX 3 or PAX East has just started so far, that's about all the announcements so far. Other than the Witcher 3 new video, we'll have to watch that ourselves because I know I haven't watched that one yet. And we'll link that to the Facebook page at some point.
Oh, I'm lazy.
Yeah, Rhett's pretty lazy. But yeah, I think we've covered all the news so far.
All of it?
Well, not all of it. All the key stuff. All the stuff that we care about. Unless there's more that you can think about.
No, that's just being facetious.
Yeah, you're always facetious. Facetious. Eh.
Did it die?
Probably. No, it didn't die. Nothing ever dies. That's why everything dies. Getting morbid. But yes, I think that's
Do
gonna.
you have a cool sign off like our intro?
I wish. I
Wow.
need to make it. You can make that one.
I am not that. No.
It's not that creative. Okay, for the next video blog / talk show thing, we will we will have the sign off video. And next stream, let's see when.
Oh yeah, we should probably say our stream schedule.
Yeah, let's finish with our stream schedule. I will be streaming mainly on Tuesday and Thursday mornings from probably 6:30 a.m. to about 11:30. So grab your cup of Joe and game with me.
That sounds terrible.
And then I might do Monday nights as well.
I like Monday nights.
Yeah, I'll probably do Monday nights as well. Brett, when are you streaming?
I'm gonna try and do Tuesday nights, and then probably Saturday nights, and maybe Fridays.
Yeah, Fridays I think we're planning on doing. We're gonna keep doing this kind of video blog, but afterwards we'll also do some gaming and stream probably. Since you'll be over here, we'll probably do some PC games. Maybe do some Counter Strike, or some Payday. see if we can get better at that.
It's not me that needs to get better.
Okay. Maybe I can get better at that. Okay, we'll just watch your screen. You can be the main screen. I'll be the cannon fodder in the background.
No, because then everyone's gonna critique me. Let's keep it on you.
Then everyone's going to critique me. Of course, there's nothing to critique because besides everything.
Yeah, so like get better. That's that.
So whatever.
European said yesterday.
Yeah, he was
Very harsh words.
he was a jerk. He was very angry at me. But butts and coconuts. But expect the first official game stream Monday night. Let's see, probably around 5ish And then Tuesday morning, hopefully we'll see you there. And hopefully we'll actually have you.
Not in the morning.
I know you don't play
Monday
that.
nights. I'll
You
be
can help
there.
me on Monday night. We'll do something though. But as far as the game goes, it'll probably either be Monday night since Rhett will be online. We might do something on PC. So it'll either be a PC game or Destiny. Because I need to do Protozone. Start working at level 32.
And I think I was going to start with Dragon Age Origins. Or League. This League is easy.
Get a break into the league. Swap text and
If you guys have any suggestions, totally just comment.
yeah, suggest games. We've got games coming up. I know this month we should be getting Bloodborne as well as Battlefield Hardline.
You.
That says EU. I say it's a first-person shooter. I'm gonna play it.
Um,
Two different concepts.
Not really.
One's a Battlefield experience. One's 4-player co-op.
I was going to say riding around in cars, shooting at each other, capturing points.
Dude,
It's a Battlefield experience.
that's the funnest thing to do ever. The Battlefield experience is getting in a vehicle, preferably a little bitty bulldozer that doesn't explode. and run people. Listen, we can play Battlefront when it comes up.
That's pretty sick.
Then, of course, we'll have Battlefield 4 next year.
I just want to have fun.
Actually, isn't it Battlefield 5?
You guys can
What's the latest one? I don't even know. I've lost count. That and Call of Duty. Although, this year might be World at War sequel, which I am stoked about. But, yeah, expect first stream. And maybe our other cohort, Aaron, will start getting involved besides just chat.
Yeah, he's pretty lazy.
Yeah. And don't forget to sign up for the Overwatch beta because that looks awesome and Blizzard doesn't make a bad game.
True.
Yeah. So
Except Hearthstone.
Hearthstone is awesome. So signing off. You stay classy, Earth. That's gonna be my sign off for the first thing.
Rachel, go away. That's my sign off.
And my fiance
Oh, she ran away.
walked away. So we'll see you Monday night. Stay classy. And we'll have a devotional first thing. Yeah.
Go with Rachel.
So adios.